Well, welcome back to Elland Road. I'm sat next to a man now who dropped a bit of a bomb a few weeks ago when he said that he was leaving Hull KR at the end of the season, Tony. Does that make games like this even more important?
No, they're all important. They're always important. Treasure all of them. Whether I was going to be coaching there next year or not, they're all the same. They're really important to the club. They're really important to the team. They're really important to our supporters and to everybody. So it makes it no more important for any of us. It is our right to go out there and compete and take this club and this badge as far as we can. So that's always been the case.
Given the journey that you've been on, that the team's been on since you came in a few years ago, just being in a semi-final like this, is that almost kind of the perfect signifier for the progress and that journey that you've been on?
Yeah, well, we've wanted to be involved in semi-finals. Had a taster last year, and unfortunately we didn't take it any further. But it was a taster. It was
a lesson.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Not for all, because not everybody that we've got here this year was involved. But for those who were involved, but I think for us as a club and as a it was a good lesson for us, a hard lesson, and it was a bit of an accomplishment, but we want to go further. Whether we earn the right to, that comes Saturday. We'll have to go through all the hard processes, but I'd like to think we learned some lessons about how to deal with the big occasions. And I'm going to refer to a game that we played recently against our neighbours, our black and white neighbours, and sell-out crowd at home. And I think that was a good exercise for us, having a big crowd, to contend with and behind us. And I think we'll have some similar on the weekend.
You mentioned that sell-out crowd. A huge amount of those fans that were there that day will be here on Saturday. Given the COVID season and the behind closed doors, and then the semi-final that you mentioned was obviously overseas, not everyone could get there. How important, especially will it be for those supporters to be able to come here on Saturday and watch their team in a massive game after such a turbulent couple of years for supporters?
I agree, enormous, and it was just how the league was structured last year, and that we drew Catalans away, but so many of our supporters didn't get the opportunity or weren't able to get there, and that was the sad part about that. But yeah, you're right. It's nice that we're involved in another semi-final and one closer to home, and I'm sure they'll turn out in droves. They always follow us, and they're brilliant supporters. So they'll be right behind us. Hopefully we'll give them plenty to cheer about, but they'll also lift us as well. We understand that and we appreciate it.
It's a fast track, an immaculate pitch. The weather forecast on Saturday is much better than it currently is. It must play right into your hands in terms of the style of football that your team plays. You must be looking at this and going, well, this might be perfect.
I hope so. I hope it is. But let's not take anything away from our opponents. They're a very good team, and I think it'll suit both teams well. But I hope it suits us a little bit more. We'll see. But great ground, and hopefully the weather's great as well. Plenty of sunshine, and I think it helps rugby league, and we want to see 3 exciting games on Saturday, and be a great advert for our sport. So hopefully we'll play our part.
And given your history in the competition, the Challenge Cup must be extra special because you've had so many memorable days in it.
Yeah, a few successes and a few not so good days as well. I won't call them failures, but they're tough on the days that you don't come away with the money. But that's the beauty of the cup. That is what makes it so special. It is cutthroat, and you've got to turn up on the day, and you've got to deliver on the day and perform on the day. So it's getting your team ready, but the boys getting themselves ready and taking the opportunities when they arise. So hopefully we can do that come Saturday.
You've not said what comes next for you next season yet, unless you're going to give me the exclusive now.
I'd be making it up if I told you anything. So there is no answer to that.
Given that, do you think there might be a moment on Saturday and the final, if you do get there, where you just take it in a little bit more and appreciate these occasions?
Oh, listen, I appreciate every moment, while I'm coaching, and so I don't put time limits on those, and I'm always grateful for whether my future was sorted or not. They're all special moments, and I treasure it. I love the boys that I'm coaching, and I love the people that I represent, and we'll be doing our best regardless of what the future brings for any of us individually. There's some individuals there in our team, other players, and that they're playing for their futures as well. They're out there and trying to either earn another contract at the club or keep their career going somewhere else. So that all goes into the background on Saturday. It's all about the game, and it's all about performing, and it's all about focusing for the single cause, and that's to try and win this game of rugby league.